Let me know if I got audio again. This is going to be fun getting around all this stuff. Let's see, when I get the net out. Got that out. I don't like this tripod in my way. It makes it for an extra challenge. I think I'll probably hit you with the fishing pole and sling it right into the water. That'd be funny. That wouldn't be funny at all. All right, we gotta get the depth finder on. View, 8 foot of water. That's cool. I gotta put this up a little bit. Oh, looks like I lost one of my, I left it too loose. Might be laying around up here somewhere. One of my adjusters came off. Hopefully it just bounced around somewhere and I'll find it later. Okay. Gotta turn it on. Thought I had it on. What's this say? A track wheel? Okay. I don't want track. See, I use this little foot control down here to buzz me around everywhere. I'm gonna see if I got audio first before I do too much talking. I'm gonna check the chats. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I gotta be careful because not much place to walk. All right. You see me again? Yeah. First show. Yeah, it got disconnected. Audio good. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to fish. Now that I know everything's good. And I promised the Smyrna Cowboy that I would use the bait. He has a fishing channel. He's a YouTuber. This isn't normally what I would throw right now, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fish it. And then when I get done with that, you're probably saying, just shut up and fish, Dean. But I got my way of doing what I do. Oh, come on. I want to use the big, I gotta get things untangled, and you go down the road, sometimes things go a little wonky. What is that? Whew! Mercy. I got a Celtic knot back here. Hang on. There we are. I just got a little loose. I'm going to show you the big, it's called a baby Huey when it's huge. Okay? It's called a Carolina rig. Right there's what I love this time of year. And you have a leader on, and this weight will drag across the bottom, make a bunch of noise, and then about 2 foot, 3 foot back will be the bait. And hopefully we'll trigger a nice fish. So I'm gonna have that set up and ready to go. Sorry you guys, it takes time before we possibly get any real legit action. There, that's how long that leader is. It's a 7 foot pole, St. Croix. I believe it's a company out of possibly Wisconsin, if I remember right. There is a St. Croix, Wisconsin. I may be wrong. May be wrong, but it may be right. May be wrong, but it may be right. Everything's a song and dance, people. Everything's a song and dance. Who's back in here? Sterling wheel, man, yeah. I did it. I'm out here fishing. Now, I don't know. We don't want to be at my back the whole time. I don't know which side I'll fish off of. Maybe off this side. I'll try to get decent visuals for you all. Just navigating through my bottom of my boat here to get to the front without crushing things is quite a... But yeah, I'm going to burn up. I got to get shades. I got to get a different hat that'll protect the back of my neck. This is a good hat. Looks a little funny. Keeps the back of your head. And if you want to look real cool on the water, you save your neck and whatever else part of your face. And then you don't have to put that toxic sunscreen on. Okay, you do. I don't fish as much anymore, but when I was doing it all the time, it was real important. Can't even get my glasses on. There we are. I'm glad we got some reception out here so far. Hopefully it stays good. With 10 foot of water, this is great. But that's just off the shore. It'll get deeper as I go out there, and then it'll come up and be like anywhere from 3-4 foot to 6, 8, 10 foot, and then it drops off into real deeper water, you know, 15, 20, not real deeper, but okay. You got to make sure your pull tips are not in your net either, because when you get excited and you go for the net, I'll just probably skip the net, try to lip it in. I got to put these on too. Keep your hands from getting burnt. Let me tell you, they will get burnt. Are you excited yet? I'm almost ready to cast. Like what, hour and a half later? The first cast. He's about to do it. Let's see, I'm just gonna put all my rods on this side so that my net will be free to grab, hopefully. I have netted fish with rods caught in the net and push the rods down just to get that fish, because it's an insane cover for my, I can't keep the tip of my hook unexposed. I don't know if this would be a good spot to try. See how weedy it is. Gets in a stump. I don't know. We'll find out. Otherwise, would be snapping off. I'm just going to get myself in position here. I lost a nice one on a Carolina rig right over here a couple years ago. It had to have been at least 6 pounds. I watched it get up and boom, and then off it went. I come back here all the time, hoping to find another one day. I've caught plenty of fish off this since then. It comes, like from that point, it's a flat, and it comes way out here and circles back in. So you got to visualize that when you're out here fishing. I'll cast this in. I should check my line, make sure it ain't got no frays. Feels pretty good. Make sure my drag is set good too, so when I try to hook the fish, it'll won't snap the line and won't be too loose either. There's the first cast. I'm in 13 foot of water. I think I'm right on the edge of the drop of the structure, so we'll see. Let's check this. That's okay. Could be a little tighter, but I got thin line. Got to watch wind knots. You got to keep it. You start getting a knot twirled up and you get it in here, it'll give you a bad day. See a turtle right there. Yeah, I don't feel much of bottom yet. I could be a little bit too deep here, but it's real sunny. So uh, the fish might be on the ledge, not so much up on the flat, unless they're desperate to eat, which hopefully that's where they'll find my bait. I'm definitely on the flat over there, and I'll pull it down off the edge into some deeper water. And it's good to fish into the wind when you can. It doesn't do so good for your casting, but let's see. Feel a little mushiness, and it could be because of monoline. Monoline has a lot of stretch. But you can feel a drag on the end a little bit if it gets to be too much. Oh, there felt like taps right there already. I did. Could have just been bumping along down the edge too, hard to tell. Or a weed. That was my tap, you guys. Takes a little while to get in tune. And with soft monoline, it's harder to tell. That's why I like using braid a lot, and stiff line that's real sensitive, gives me real good feedback. So you don't want to be fishing with a weed on the end of your damn line for 2-3 minutes out there. Who's got time for that? Let's see, 11 foot here. So yeah, we've come up, we're getting towards the edge of the structure here, because we're way offshore. Yeah, more weed. Got to find some spots. Sometimes it's weedy closer to shore, and then as it gets deeper, the weed will lessen. And sometimes there's a weed edge down there. That's where the fish will stay as well. On the edges of things, they relate to that apparently. No expert, I'm just kind of repeating things I've heard and learned. Something to say. I wish I could read some comments, because it's just so hard with, you got the sun behind me and the screen that I read is behind me, and I want to fish. I'm here to fish. Just have to watch a little while. Hopefully we can get a bite or something with some action that gives you a hint of how the day will go. And just because you don't get hit often, don't mean your day will go bad. Just that you might not get numbers, but if you're patient, you might get a big one. I've done this many times, so caught lots of big ones. We'll see if we do today. It's been a while. I don't know if that makes a difference. You know, if I get out of my, I don't do anything different fishing. It's just finding the spots, knowing where they're at, and if you're out here a lot, you can get to those spots a little faster and know what to do. Increase your odds of action sooner. Yeah, 10 foot here. I'm pretty much at the end of the underground point here. I'll throw this a few more times, and I'll try my Carolina rig. I'll probably go back and forth. I'd like to catch one on the Smyrna Cowboy special bait. I know these tubes work. I like them. I used to fish them all the time. I'm gonna make a check to see if we still got connection out here. I could be live streaming for 15-20 minutes talking to you and nobody will be home. It's always fun. 12 foot of water here now. Oh, there was a tap. See that? I could feel the difference. It wasn't just a weed pulling. It was on loose line. Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh. It was on. I'm gonna make sure that hook is. That's why I don't like this rod set up so much with this tube. I need a little longer, stiffer rod, heavier line. I didn't want to break off I think it'll be good. So I didn't do a lot of planning for the trip, and even if you do, you can do things wrong. So, and you know, your excuse is always to make an excuse. Oh, it got off because of this or because of that. I just don't think I said it hard enough. I wasn't confident either. There's another bite. I'm gonna watch it move, let it get it good, then I'll hit it. Ooh, I hit myself right in the head. I had a lot of line out. That's crazy, whatever's biting on it. I know there's fish down there, so nothing else. I used I'm gonna try this one. This one I can set the hook good with. I'm gonna spray a little salty shad or salty craw on it, it's called. Because this has been in the boat a while. You don't want it to have funky boat smell. I know I'm a little more off to the side when I'm fishing. I should have you out here. I don't know where to have you. Let's just get out there and see if we can catch this fish. Fishies. But they're out here at the end of the point, apparently. It's a good sign to get hit a couple times. No matter what fish it is. Usually a bass, you know, it puts it in the mouth and you really get a good hold and you're gonna reel it in, you know. My phone had shut off and I couldn't see you no more. Are we still there? I'm gonna you might see me, not see me for a second. I'm gonna go to my settings and keep it there. We back. There. We back. Let me see a new comment, make sure we didn't get disconnected. I thought we were disconnected this whole time. Well, I'm way off. I'm not too far off. It's only 11 foot out here, so we're still in good water. Yeah, I think we lose connection once in a while, then my phone will completely shut off. The screen will shut off, I mean, not the phone. I gotta wake it all up, find out that the live is still running. I hope it is. I'm gonna take a look and see if anybody told me if it was still running. Hard to see. Who's there? Sorry, I'm looking. Is that Sick? Sick, how you doing? We okay? Hope so, man. This is not easy to do, fishing live stream. I don't recommend it. I recommend you having another person that helps you. I mean, actually physically here and in the boat. I'll get something here pretty soon, I know. You gotta be patient. Sometimes you can sit here 15, 20, 30 minutes and then get hit. In the summertime, that's kind of what I have to do, the way I fish. Before I get bit. Otherwise, you end up running around to a bunch of places. Then I'll definitely lose connection. So we're gonna stick this spot out. I just gotta figure out where to find it, how they want it. Sometimes you gotta put it past their face 15 times, then they'll hit it. Huh? Gotta wait till they've Had a few more drinks at the bar and it starts looking good. The bait starts looking good and they'll hit it. It'd be like, yeah, man, let's go for it. Sometimes you gotta wait for that magic time. Getting good at bringing in the weed. Bringing in the weed. Bringing in the weed. Haha. That was a fish jump over there. So I'm probably casting into shallower water, being it's going towards shore. We may be on top of them. We may be out here in the 9-foot end of this. But I just keep fishing until I find, you know, the zone that they might be in. It makes it hard unless they're biting because you don't know. May have to do that process a few times. And they could be in the a clump up there. What is the temperature? It's 89-degree water temperature. 89. They're cooking in here. They're boiling. That's why you think they're going to be deeper. They don't want to be in that top column of water that's hot. And there's a thermocline they may stay close to where it definitely gets cooler. They will only stay there if, if there's no bait down there. They're just hanging out till they want to come back up and feed. So I think I know what I'm talking about, huh? I don't. Come on, we had bites on that little tube, man. Smearing a cowboy. I just couldn't catch it. I think it's so bulky. And I need it on a bigger setup is what I mean. To definitely set the hook good with that rod I got. It's what it's for, but use that for a small, very skimmed hooked bait. What they call it, skinning it. You just put a little bit over the tip so it don't get caught in the weeds. And when you set the hook, it'll definitely go into the mouth somewhere. I'm gonna try back over where the back end, it was 9 foot over there. And we'll pull it over the hump because it's a hump. It's the end of the point, offshore point. There, I'm in. What is a weeder? No, that was a fish. That's crazy. There you go. Not very big. I thought I ran into a stump down there. That's good we didn't gut hook them. There we go. I got GoPro here too. Yeah, I give him an 8.8. He did a nice backflip. A triple Lindy. You remember the triple Lindy? Gosh, I hope the live stream was running. We got to see a fish caught. I gotta take a look. Yeah, we might have. Did you all see that? We will call it north. Did you see the fish? Haha, making demands over here. I hate the delay because I gotta wait so long to get an answer. We are live, right? What did that say? Woot? Yes, okay. Thank you. Smyrna cup. Oh, wow, right on. Did you hear me talking about the, I was hoping you'd come in to hit your bait on. I put it on kind of a flimsy pull. I had a hard time. I had 2 hits on it. My pants are falling down. Not good when you're live streaming. But yeah, I had 2 hits on it. I set the hook twice and it just came off. I didn't catch no lip. Rod would, I don't know. Just not confident with the setup I had. The bait was fine though. Let's turn this back over this way, because that's where we want to go, is that point. That's where we've been getting bit. Offshore point. I'm in 15 foot of water, so I got to get back up on it. I don't waste. You're not going to find much in 15 foot of water. Sometimes, if you got a good stump down there and you know that's reliable, you can find them that deep once in a while. In this type of reservoir, anyway. There's an area where you don't get no more oxygen in these reservoirs. It gets dead down there. So like 6, 8, 10 foot is usually your idea. 12, 14 idea conditions that you know they got oxygen and enough that they will go into it. Well, that was fun. I caught a fish. I'm not skunked. I get up a little shallower where I don't throw out a long cast. I'll use that tube again. Here it is, cowboy. This is, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but right there. And I got a medium rod, medium stiffness, and it should be good enough. I think I probably only got 10-pound line on it though, so it stretches a lot. It's mono. I don't think it's fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon doesn't stretch as much, but it's a tough line to put on spinning bait because it gets it has a lot of memory, and it'll twirl up and make a nest in your setup. Then you stay busy undoing your line and cussing. You learn foreign language like that. You know what I mean? Huh? You get to learn a new language when you get mad. One that everybody can identify with, like cult of personality. Full of nonsense, full of nonsense. All right, 13 foot, we're coming back up on the end of the point. I don't know if it's over here or here where it mainly is. Sometimes I'll throw a buoy out there, a marker, and that way I can fish faster and a little more efficiently because I know where I am all the time. Totally legal. Legal, not illegal, it's legal. That should be a pretty good spot. Should be up in 9 foot. I'm not too far off to this side, I don't think I am. Ooh. Gotta keep it down low. Don't jump on me. What do you think of that? Catching bass. I like that. They're not big today, but catching is a good day. They might get bigger later, or I just might have to wait. See how I set everything up? A skin hook. That's a big hook. 20-some pound mono, and this is all braid. on a 7-foot heavy pole. So it's like a broomstick. It don't have a lot of bend. So you have to really horse the fish in, which I like to do. That one wanted to jump, but I reeled up so fast he didn't get a chance to. You get a 7-pounder on there, you're not going to be able to handle it quite that well. And we want a 7-pounder today. You want to see a 7-pounder, 5 to 7? I do. My ego out here, especially on a live stream. You know, only the pros get to do that. I don't know if they live stream, I'm sure. Definitely see them on GoPros and on videos. Feel like I'm in unproductive water there, too deep and wrong spot. I'll try a little bit more. Boy, it feels good to set the hook and catch a fish again. That's amazing. I wish I had my grandbaby out here today. And she could catch some bass. She would love it. And she'd want to come out with Grandpa more often. I like spending time with the kids. I miss it. I used to have them all the time. They're like 9 or 10 and 13 right now, so they're growing up. I think I'm a little bit out too far. Let's try that again. Definitely found some weed. Wrong kind of weed, guys. Wrong kind. What's the right kind for bass fishing? These are beautiful reservoirs, I tell you. There's several other places just like this. Right, one off that point that does the same thing as this. This is just bigger. Got more area to fish, and it's a little more secluded in the back of the lake here a little bit. Well, the back of the front of the lake. Out there, I don't know, it's just different. Good for fish. Caught a lot of Grinnell out there. What do they call that? Bowfin. You catch them out there sometimes, which is a good sign for knowing fish are there, and bass and pickerel out here too. Wind is blowing that way. Let me get you turned around. Oh, a little more action over here. 12 foot, okay. It curves out and curves back in this way. Like over there is 14. A little bit too much, a little too deep for me. And they were probably up. The fish I caught were in 10 foot, maybe 8, where I cast into. It's 10, 11 foot here. I get caught in the weed. I hit it a few times, pop it in and through, stop it, and see if I feel anything trying to pull the bait out of the weed or just hit it. And with that bigger, longer bait, you got to give them a little extra second. Make sure they get it all in their mouth. Otherwise you swing and you miss. We're not like Bill Dance or Jimmy Houston out here showing you all the 6-8 pounders one after another. But it's something. I'm just glad we caught 2 fish so soon. I mean, Sometimes I gotta wait all damn day. And it's a warm day. I don't want to be out here all damn day. I didn't even have a video for today, but I got live stream, so that counts, and I'm making a video. You know, if I get home, maybe I can make one. Not like it matters. It's just more for me and knowing I'm keeping up with my routine. Nobody cares, I think, that much about it. Not saying anything against anybody, just saying it's really not that big a deal. We watch so many of them, it's just another video. Yeah, and that's how I feel sometimes too. Look at that, that's getting shredded. I don't know if I want to fish that much longer. I guess it's still working, but it's broke. But I don't think the fish care. It's not going to hurt the action, you know. I don't know. We'll try it a few more times. Maybe they'll see a 90-degree bend in it and go, what's that? But usually it's laying flat down on the bottom. But when I pull it up, you know, it wants to have action and swim down, look kind of natural. I got a Senko I can put on. It's a little shorter, a little smaller. I don't know if I got many more of those baby Huey baits. I have to special order those. The Bass Pro, I forgot what it's called now. It's been so long, I'm out of the memory of what all the baits are called. Whether they have big squirming worm or something like that. One of their bigger long worm baits for summertime fishing. 8 foot of water here. I'm either getting in closer or I've gotten more off to the side of this hump that's deeper. So if I pull up that way, I'll come uphill and maybe find bass there. That was a weed I think I just pulled and snapped off. You can feel it, you can even hear it in your rod sometimes. It's so sensitive. That's why I'm fishing this setup right now. Get some lay downs or some stumps that you want to try to fish off of. I think that other setup I had would work great. I wish I had another cam for the live stream that would show you what the depth finder's showing as well. A lot of things I'd like to do, I just don't have the knowledge or the equipment or the money. It's everything. Yeah, we'd all do all those fun, crazy things if we had unlimited resources and time. It's really a different way to interact with the world. Live streaming and YouTubing kind of changes, in a way, everything that I do. Everything. I'm gonna try this left side of the hump. That's where I got hit before. Still 9 foot here. I always gauge by looking at that point where I am and where I remember fishing, because I've been around this whole edge. We go all the way around the other side of the point and still be fishing this same structure. It's a nice weed edge over there too. I just catch more fish over here, generally, on this side. Maybe because I'm just more confident here and I spend more time here. Yeah, no, those were probably 1.8, well, just close to 2 pound bass that I caught. They're okay. I mean, they're great, they're fun. If you're fishing a tournament, you'd be hoping to cull them, because it would be too small. Unless it was a really tough bite day, and there's always that one person that can find some big fish, even on a tough day. You want to be that person, or you want to be fishing with that person as your partner. "11 foot. A little bit of weed again. Well, come on. What am I doing different? I It's not getting me a bite. May not be a ton of fish out here. I think there is. They don't really go that far. There's always good fish here. I stay in the same areas most of the time. Either go deeper or more shallow. It isn't like they move from this section of the lake to the back. But the ones in the back will always be there. Ones in the front will always be there. Sometimes the back of the lake will hold more fish and bigger fish. Just more bait, more cover for them. No idea why. I'm just making guesses. That's where a lot of people go, to the back. It's a big stump field though. You hit so many stumps getting back there with your boat and your motor, and it's kind of scary, man. You gotta stay real close to the shoreline and follow the channel, the main channel of this reservoir. Well, come on, one more bite. Let's get a big bite. You know, you don't leave fish to find fish, they say, but I know where some bigger fish will. I caught 2 6-pounders off this one spot, both in a tournament. I got big fish that tournament too. I got it on a video. It's on one of my fishing videos. Won me some money. Talking about the glory days, right? It's good I got memories. I got memories of that. Because I put time out on the water. Just not as much anymore. Normally I'd get down on my computer this morning, taking care of maybe some new video files, intros, checking out camera angles for live streams, making a video. I mean, YouTube has taken a lot of, and I'm not complaining about it, I'm just saying it's taken a lot of my time and interest in it, and I like it. I like it for the most part. Look forward to getting things set up for the next live stream and try something new and fun. And sometimes I sabotage my own stream, especially when I'm trying camera angles or connections and I forget about my sound and getting feedback. I know I can be annoying to work with, but I want to get better at it, so if I don't experiment and try, I won't know. I like to pass down the knowledge, if there's any that I gain, to another YouTuber. If y'all know Burrow's Point, he's been waiting to get his 1,000, and he just got it last night. He did a live stream. I wish we had more people there supporting him. I can't get him over into the community like on our live streams or take time to do, but he's doing his own thing his own way, you know, and maybe that's a smart strategic way. But he could get more people on his live streams if he knew more people, you know. That's the community that I'm a part of, that you're a part of. Yeah. Glad to have it. So you are the guys that show up for my stuff consistently. That's what I had on my last video. Consistently. And you help support my channel. You kind of help keep me company. Help keep what I do, what I like to do, as an interest. You know, like I don't know what I'm saying, but. Just good. Man, you'd think another bite would happen. As I got like 2 right away, you'd think it would happen a few more times. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I try over there. Try and turn you over there. Are we still connected up? I think so. Who are we seeing out there? Sorry, I'm looking at the back of the screen here trying to read you. You what, catching much? I had 2 fish earlier. You know, probably what, 15 minutes ago, we had a couple bass. They're out here, they just don't jump in the boat left and right. Well, not for me. I gotta fish them. Getting pretty close to shore right now. So the point comes right out here and all the way around that way. If I don't get no more bites here, we'll go around the whole point and try the other side as well. Just fish it as we go around. Maybe we'll find a better spot where they're more concentrated. So I'm drifting right into shore here. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. Whoopsie. I'm gonna fish this before I go too far out of position. Turtle. I never get excited about turtle. Just tons of them out here. Especially getting back in the creeks where there's a bunch of laydowns and logs coming off the shore. They bunch up on there and sun or rest or whatever. Get that. Really need to find a new bait. This bait is starting to catch weed in the cracks. That's what I mean, like snagging weed all up in that. We're just gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get down here and see if I can find another one. We'll get blowed way off course, but I don't know if you'll be able to see anything down here, but not with my fat head in the way. I don't know which side I got the bait on. There we go. I like using these. These are nice Senkos. That probably work good if I got a lot of weed. I know that big worm worked good. Caught a couple off those. We got trick worms, finesse worms. Looks like my trick worms all fell out. I think we'll use one of those Senkos. What do I have over here? Weigh scales in case I catch something. I got a lot of plastic. There we are, baby Hueys. That's what I was talking about. It's a little different color. They're hungry, they ain't gonna care. I got a little bit of confidence in that because I caught 2 off of them, so we'll use that for now. If not, I'll switch to one of these. Gary Yamamoto Senko. Or a cheaper version. No different. Might be a little softer and bendier. I got subtle differences, but just a regular fisherman that I don't have to have one just a smidge softer. I am not making a living at it. Okay, here's how I bait this up. Usually follow the seam. Long worm. I want the hook kind of back here, so I might thread it a little bit farther than normal.